And we are wrestling with New Japan Pro Wrestling WrestleKingdom 20. Took place last Sunday. Was it Sunday or Saturday? Yeah, Sunday. It took place in Tokyo, Japan at the famed Tokyo Dome. It was a sellout crowd of 46,913. The first time New Japan has ever sold out the Tokyo Dome. Um, and yeah, to say that this was a spectacle is putting it lightly, I would say. But I would say that it is a tale of maybe two Wrestle Kingdoms, the first half and the last half. The first half had me scratching my head, and saying, this is why kind of New Japan is in the position that they're in. And then the second half kind of got me reinvested in New Japan and kind of retold those stories and made me care about the product again. Um, so I mean, it was a long show. Don't get me wrong, but
Wrestle Kingdom's a long show in general.
yes, but also it's their biggest show. It's their WrestleMania, so you can kind of, forgive it as well.
Big time forgive it.
Yeah, I mean, not every show is 5 hours, so just their main show. Um, but yeah, what did you think of the show as a whole?
I mean, it picked up once the main people started jumping out, and it kind of showed Suji's point where it was like once you got to things where things mattered, it's very high stakes, and it's like oh my god, like it can get there. They got a lot of work to do, and Suji, I think Suji probably is gonna have the backing of Tanahashi in this, as far as like kind of gatekeeping the New Japan culture.
Right. And we will definitely get there when we get to Suji's match. Um, but yeah, 46,000. Um, a sellout crowd. Just for, instance, the baseball Tokyo Dome's a baseball field. 45,000. Um, what is it? Other events is anywhere between 42 and 55,000. And capacity is 65,000. So when they said that this was a sellout, like this was actually a sellout, which
I heard it was like 56, but I could be wrong. Am I
um
missing something?
I the capacity not capacity, but capacity was 65,000. Just general events that aren't baseball, it said 55,000. So I mean, it was like I said, a legitimate sellout. Something New Japan's never done, even at the height of New Japan. Um, so I mean, that I, I want to say that was because of the card.
There it is, 46,913.
Yeah. So I wanted to say that that's because of the card and people being invested in the show, but we both know that that's not true. that that house was because of
Yeah, they
Tanahashi.
had two. They had two nights in which that shit didn't happen, so they can.
Yeah.
In the words of Kendrick, miss me with that bullshit.
I mean, considering that last year's G1, out of 19 events, they could not draw 30,000 for all 19 events, a total. And now, in comparison, Survivor Series was 46,000 for show, 4 matches. so I mean,
Yes.
you could see the vast
Different
difference.
context. Different context, though.
Different context.
Bad different.
But I'm
San
also
Diego. Yeah, Tanahashi's retirement versus San Diego's thirstiness to have a PLE.
right. So I mean, again, this wasn't because New Japan's on fire. This was because Tanahashi. People wanted to see Tanahashi's last match. Obviously, 20 plus years in the business. He is the John Cena of New Japan. So the house was his, to say the least. All right. Let's get into it. Never openweight 6-man tag championship tornado Rambo match.
Jesus Christ, the way that you.
It's a fucking mouthful. Um, it lasted for 20 minutes, 46 seconds, and big surprise, Zack Sabre Jr. won with Ray Ewok and Hartley Jackson. Um, yeah,
The
50
mighty
50.
don't kneel. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the match was a clusterfuck of what the fuck. I didn't know who went to who, what necessarily the rules was. People just kept coming out, and
It was in and out. Yeah.
they said people got eliminated, and I believed them because I had nothing to go on. And then
But who got the win though? Who got the win? Who got the win?
Zack Sabre Jr.
50-50. That's
Yep, and that's the only stat that matters.
to him anyway.
What say you, Kaliko? What do you think of the match?
It was a clusterfuck of what the fuck. So, what do we expect from that? That they made the best of it. What they could? Question mark. Like,
It definitely opened the show? Question mark?
there we go. Something like that. It did the best they could? Question mark.
How many stars you give it?
Dude, oh, let me. I'd be lying if I said it was a 3. But
You would be lying.
these I'd be like 2.5 because there was no flow. It was just no flow. But Zack Sabre Jr. won, so I mean, isn't that what matters?
I mean, that would bump it up. I mean, I would say that was a 2-star match, and then Zach winning would bump it to a 2.5.
Mm, mm, mm.
So we agreed 2.5?
2.5, I guess. I guess.
Question mark?
Question 2.5 question mark. There you go. Perfect way to start the year.
Right. Did Uncle Dave,
You think Uncle Dave was not gonna? He didn't have shit else to watch. What the fuck he was gonna?
I feel um, Wrestle Kingdom is like that old girlfriend that Uncle Dave always kind of goes back and say, "Ah, I remember her. I
When
remember
the
her fondly."
Bucks would give 8-star matches, you forget this is the only time where he gives like 38-star matches. So you might want to like
Right.
put that. He has a little hard on for the Tokyo Dome.
Oh yeah. You say Tokyo Dome and he gets hard.
Exactly.
Do we have the ratings, Kaliko?
Oh, I have them. I already had them. I had them the moment you came back. So I guess this is the 2026 version of the very first edition in 2026 of Guess That Rating.
Hello. Okay. 3.5.
Lower.
Three.
Even he, even he,
Even he thinks that this match was ass.
I'll tell you. But was it 3? No.
2 7/5.
Nope.
What is it then?
Straight 2.
Straight 2. Damn, we're being kinder than Uncle Dave. That's
Maybe because the guy we knew won the 50-50 was gonna get his dub. He was like, I didn't come here for an L. I could see him saying that shit.
Alright. Now we got the IWGP Women's and Strong Women's Double Championship match. Shuri, the sixth IWGP Women's Champion, took on Saya Kiamatani. Mata-
Kamitani? Kamitani?
Kimatani? Kaimatani?
Kamitani? Kamitani?
I'll just call her Saya. Um, who is the New Japan Strong Women's Champion. Shuri defeated Saya in 12 minutes 9 seconds. Um, in the with Shuri's World. Okay, so remember when I told you make it make sense to me, Kaliko? So
Yes.
Saya, um, MVP of 2025, 19 wins in 2025. A couple of days before Wrestle Kingdom, it sold out Rokigoto Sumo Hall and outsold New Japan the last time that they were in that arena. Is currently the World of Stardom champion, which is Stardom's biggest champion,
Mm-hmm.
undefeated in 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Stardom's basically like Star right now. Stardom's like Naito. Like they built up this girl really high coming down to the ring. And then Shuri, NXT alumni, just beats her in 12 minutes. And all of that hype that you got during her entrance just died in that moment.
I, yeah. I mean, does she got a contract though?
Well, I
I
mean,
could see get, I could see Gator, but is she signed with that stuff?
she held a women's championship. She held the strong championship, so she had one of the two championships that New Japan has.
You know, we need time. I mean, so did Sasha Banks, but that don't mean shit.
I mean, the question is Shuri signed with New Japan?
I mean, they have more faith in Shuri than Saya.
But how does it make sense that obviously this girl is hella popular in Japan right now? Like, people are paying money to see her. And obviously, a fuckload of eyes is going to be on this show because you have one of the biggest stars in Japanese history retiring. Would you want to put the title on this girl to say, okay, well, we might not get it, but people are responding to her, and we need a couple of wins going forward? You
I,
built her up, and then before you could say, oh, well, she's really interesting. Well, oh, well, she lost, so she can't be that great. Am I
I
wrong
mean,
here?
you're not wrong. I just think, but they always have that. Like, Naito went through that. Like he's so anti that people. My only thing is that they think that the people are going to love her no matter what.
But was but for a lot of people, myself included, this was the first time I've ever seen this girl wrestle. And then
Who's Shuri or Saya?
yeah, Saya. Shuri was Sailor Moon in NXT, for anybody that remembers that. She was the Japanese schoolgirl that would transform. Usagi. Um, but I mean, Saya, again, first time seeing her, the Phoenix Queen, or whatever they called her. I feel like I would have remembered that nickname a lot better if she actually won the match.
Emo girl. There you go. Emo Asian chick.
Right. But if you want to get people excited for somebody and then have them win. And they didn't do that. She lost.
True. I mean, what do we expect, man? They went with the safer pick.
And that's why at this point I got pissed off and I said this is why New Japan is in the position that they're in. Because they didn't go with the hot thing, cash in on the hot thing. They just went with, like you said, the safe bet.
Yeah, I mean that's always been a thing, though.
I mean, that being said, the match was fine. Um,
Match
Suri beat.
pretty good. What are you talking? It was pretty good. It's a pretty good match
Yeah. What say you? How did you
for
feel about the
12
match?
for 12 minutes. It was pretty good.
Just out of curiosity, was this the first time you saw Saya?
Yes,
Okay, so we're on the same page.
we're on the same page. So I mean, I'm different, but but she was still solid. I mean, and that's the other thing too, because maybe I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, let's see how much they follow her when she loses. Because keep in mind, we had Naito go through that too, and then when he won it, it just made him even way more popular than ever.
True, but again, she's the Stardom champion. She's already the highest of her company.
I mean, they'll yoke her ass like they did with Core. I'm just saying. WWE's in there waiting.
I feel like Saya has a bit of ways to go to get plucked by WWE, but I could be wrong on that.
Hey, they could be looking for Oscar's replacement, homie. Oscar
Asuka's
can't be
not.
there forever.
She ain't gonna be there forever, but she's still got time on the clock, I would say.
Oscar's in her 40s, sir.
I would I would say Asuka is as relevant today as she was when she first debuted in WWE, and I would say that she's still performing to a very high level as well.
I'll agree that she's performing to a very high level.
Back to the match. How many stars you give it?
I just got 4 for them girls. 12 minutes. I mean, they're the only girls on the card, so shit. 4 off the rip. Shit.
I'm going with 3. It was a good match. They put a lot of effort in, but um,
You were pissed.
make it make sense to me. You have the
Clearly,
girl
you
that's the top of stardom, but she can't win the championship of New Japan. Make it make sense.
it's okay, man. We it always happens.
Um, Uncle Dave,
Well, Dave.
4.5.
Yeah. Or cheat. The first you cheat already.
Japanese women in the Tokyo Dome for 12 minutes. Fuck yeah, it was gonna be 4.5.
I mean, the only girls in Tokyo Dome. Shit.
Alright, third match, special tag team, 10-man tag match. Hiromu Takahashi, Drillo Baloney, Gabe Kidd, David Finlay, and Shingo Takagi. They lost to, Kellen Newman, The Great Khan, Jake Lee, Hanare, and Andrade Del Idaho.
Is this the one time I could go next?
Yeah, but okay, so remember, keeping it up, make it make sense. So, Bullet Club is teaming with Los Ingobernables leftovers, but then you have on
War Dog Leftovers is teaming with the
yeah, and then you have Andrade, who literally made Los Ingobernables original on the opposite side of Los Ingobernables de Japan. Why wouldn't you put? Why wouldn't you say put Andrade to say your Padre was my Padre? Let's team up. Let's be friends. Let's take over New Japan. But yeah, no. He's the financial backer of the what's it called? United Empire.
Yes.
But where does Andrade have money? Like, where did all this money come from? How did he became like? Did he invest in Bitcoin? Is he a part of the Taliban, the cartel? Like, where does
Andrade?
like where did all this money come from? Like, that he could
Money from
like
Charlotte's
support people.
divorce. I mean, money from his divorce. Wait, wait.
I will accept that answer.
There you go. That's the easiest answer.
Makes the most sense for sure. So yeah, the match happened. Jake Lee got the W. And like you said, not a lot more to say about it.
Yes, not nothing else to say. Just next.
How many stars you give this one?
I mean, that's a polite three, but the most polite three you'll probably hear from me.
I would agree. Question mark?
Question mark. For us to be like hot takers, we show it started with a lot of questions.
But we'll get there. We're, we're almost there. Um, alright, Uncle Dave. 4.25.
Nope.
3 7/5.
Nope.
3.5.
Four.
4. Okay. Alright, IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship number one contenders four-way match. El Desperado defeated Taichi Ishimori, Konosuke Fujita, and Sho to be able to take on Doki for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Um, it was not a bad match. There was Gaga a bit clusterfuckery, but at the end of the day, they got their point across, and it did what it needed to do. Desperado with the title opportunity, so I can't really be mad. Um, like I said, House of Torture interfered, Doki interfered. There was a couple fun spots. I wouldn't say that this completely changed the tone of the night, but it definitely started the
It was the spark.
yes, it started the up climb, I would say. What say you, Kaliko?
I mean, the best part of this was when Duke he came out and was like, "I don't want to. I chose not to defend my title because I didn't want to overshadow." Shit had me cracking up. But because usually the light heavyweight title is defended, and that match usually steals the show.
Usually, yes.
Like I can always depend on like the light heavyweight to like go pedal to the metal and steal this shit. So I mean, for it to be a number one contenders match, it kind of broke it down, took it down for me. But in all, it was the spark that kind of started the pick up for the rest. So man, that's okay.
How many stars you give it?
Three.
I will be nicer and I will give it 3.5.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. Alright. That brings us to the Never Openweight Championship match. Aaron Wolf defeated Evil in 12
In his
minutes and 50.
debut match,
Yes.
nonetheless. Now,
Oh,
if I was evil, I'd quit New Japan right off the like.
I mean,
You got me losing though.
I actually disagree with that. So, but let me, explain first. So, you know, I think New Japan did a really good job of making me give a shit about this guy. Like, right off, like, making a big deal out of him. They were like, this is, Aaron Wolf. He won, Taekwondo and, the Olympics. He's a big deal. He's done this, he's done that. Like they really like hyped him up really good on, commentary. And then, he comes out and, he shaved his head. He took on, the young boy responsibility, to say, he's actually serious about becoming a New Japan, wrestler. So I thought right from the entrances, they did a really good job of hyping the match. Um, then you have um Evil, and I thought that Evil had one of the best entrances of the night. He came up from the stage. His rope looked fantastic. Them playing all of House of Torture coming out with the guy playing the guitar, it there was a vibe there. I think this was like the coolest Evil's ever looked, heading into a match. And I think Evil was honestly the perfect guy to have the match with Aaron for his first match because House of Torture does a lot of Gaga. So any signs of greenness or inexperience that this guy had, you could cover it up with the gaga and the bullshit and all of that. So he didn't have to, actually wrestle the whole 12 minutes. So I think it's actually a testament to New Japan to trust Evil with such, a big signing to actually, be that guy to have his first match and not make him look like shit. Um, And I mean, the crowd pop for Aaron. The crowd popped for him as well. Like it wasn't, crickets. Like people knew who he was. You know what I mean?
Man, you might as well have Gable Stevenson beat Drew McIntyre.
I mean, we could both agree that Gable Stevenson was not maybe as invested in pro wrestling as maybe Aaron has was.
Well, he admitted that. That ain't nothing new, but
Hmm.
still, what the fuck? Evil? How dare they do evil like that? I mean, if that was Sonata, I could see that belief.
No fade in Sonata.
Yeah, we gave up on Sonata.
I think Sonata gave up on Sonata. He's out indefinitely with no signs of a return. So, I mean, it's
Lost
unfortunate,
his smile.
but like, I get it.
Lost his smile. There you go.
Few awards were not, few awards are not as true, or however that saying goes. But what say you, Kaliko? What did you think about the match?
It was cool, but I mean, Evil should have won. You need to humble yourself, like young Vlad, for a title. That's like Logan Paul popping in, beating Roman Reigns night one, first title shot.
I mean, it's the never openweight championship. Like, I mean, it doesn't have even have the IWGP connected to it.
Doesn't matter. That belt was held by Shingo Takagi
And Ishii.
and Ishii. I mean, you might as well call it the Ishii title, but it's the
And
Pitbull Championship.
I can't remember his name. Makabe.
Oh yeah. See, I mean, you have some people there, man. But we'll see. Now that he's the champion, quote unquote, we'll see how far he goes.
I mean, definitely. But I mean, I could make. I'll make the argument because, like like I said for Saya, it's a lot of eyeballs are on this show, and it wasn't. I mean, I was maybe some of those eyeballs came just for Aaron because they know who he is. You don't want to beat him in his first match. It wouldn't have made sense. So, I mean, okay, so he lost. So what what now? But now he holds a championship. You know he's going to be there tomorrow. He's going to continue wrestling. It continues, okay, well, if he's going to stick around, then maybe I'll stick around to, see what New Japan is doing. You know what I mean?
I mean, Evil could have won with a roll up, and they still could have ran that shit back at New Year's Dash and got the same result.
Um, hmm, I, I don't, I don't think so. I think they got the best result. And I think that Evil might actually go on to bigger and better things because he lost to Aaron in this match.
Okay,
How many stars you give
you're
it?
2.5. They give
Damn.
up with dirt. They did Evil dirty. And I'm not even the biggest Evil fan. Somewhere EO like, what the fuck they took my man?
I mean, he was in the Damian Priest role when it came to wrestling Bad Bunny. And he
That
got
ain't that funny. And nobody was walking on water when he walked out. So crazy.
I'm not saying I'm not comparing the celebrity aspect, but he was. But what I mean is, he was in that position to take care of the celebrity that was doing the match, and he succeeded where what he had to do. He made him look good.
Well, you better have a championship brand in your closet to parlay, sir.
I give the match 4 stars. I think that it did everything that it needed to do perfectly. All right, Uncle Dave, 3.5.
3.5, you little cheater.
Okay. IWGP World Heavyweight and Global Heavyweight Double Championship match. IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Colt Kutska takes Shida, lost to the IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion Yota Tsuji in 29 minutes 20 seconds in a with a Boston Crab of all moves. Um I could have made the argument that this definitely should have main evented, things notwithstanding, but it definitely felt like a main event match, compared to last year where it just seemed like, I mean, Zach was a reputable champion, but I don't think that, Shota was a reputable, challenger. So it did feel like less than, where this definitely felt um more leveled playing ground. I think both guys had great intensity, great match, and I think it just furthers their rivalry because Yota Tsuchi like bitched out Kanosuke by making him tap to a Boston Crab, which is essentially a young boy move. Um, so, proof showing him that, you're not on my level or that, you're only, young boy status to me. Um, but I had no issues with this match. Right guy won, right way. You already got Jake Lee stepping up to be the first challenger. It had everything that it needed to be to have that big match feel. Um, what say you, Kaliko?
This is where it picked up for sure. I think the only thing that would have made this better is if Take should have lost due to Okada stepping in. That would have been the pettiest of the petty.
Well, I mean, Okada was already in the main event, so he didn't need necessarily. He already won in that regard.
Because, I mean, just to carry over the AEW beef, like, bitch. Or
I'm
at least
so glad
how
they.
Okada said.
I'm so glad that they didn't though. This was definitely. Mm,
Yeah, this is their thing. And
mhm.
that was
You could. You have more to say?
Oh yeah, and yeah, it would have. It probably would have. And you're right. You're right in that regard because it would have tainted the crowning of the Suji era for New Japan. Although it would have been funny as fuck. But
I think that um, you know, this was very much a New Japan show. Um, you know, the last couple of years there was, you know, we had people from different companies kind of come in. Um, and it didn't feel like there was New Japan guys. Obviously we had a few guys that were, outsiders. Obviously, Okada and Konosuke. But I don't feel like, it was because they were, they needed to bring them in for name recognition. They brought them in because obviously Konosuke needed to tell his story. and Tanahashi handpicked Okada to be his last opponent. So it was serving the greater purpose of the show and not just to sell tickets. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, but even though Okada's only an outsider because he left. It ain't like he's an outsider in which he got his shop somewhere else and then came to New Japan.
Like Konosuke.
Right.
Yeah.
Konosuke is more of an outsider. Although, that motherfucker put in work. Man, 2025 was good to him. So, I mean, he earned it. And he was a good guy for Sushi to kind of conquer, if you will. And and it's good that it's an outsider like take shit up, so that way, you know, it that makes the statements he made even more poignant about outsiders,
Right.
regardless of where they are, regardless of what company they rep. So yeah,
And I mean, Yonosuke is a New Japan guy that was New Japan, born and bred. He came through the system. So, he is, very much, waving the flag, so to speak.
waving, he's carrying the bitch.
Well, yeah. Um, Suchi, like you said, this is the Suchi era. He is taking New Japan on his back to be the guy. And, he is very outspoken, which kind of reminds me of Naito, of all people. I mean, it's fitting he was underneath Naito in Los Ingobernables. Um, so, one thing that he said was that going forward, as if there is an IWGP, heavyweight championship match, if it is not going to be the main event of the show, he will be boycotting that show because it's disrespecting the title and the company. I don't think that that's out of line, considering not New Japan, AEW has treated New Japan like abysmally. Um, like I mean, for instance, um, late last year, like the last show of the year, Konosuke is the IWGP champion. He
Mm-hmm.
loses and G1 Climax winner. He lost the Continental Classic for a third rate title, but he's
Mm-hmm.
the main champion for New Japan. Make that make sense. Um,
It wasn't defended in the jurisdiction of the IWGP rules. You
but
know that shit.
so so and I mean when the IWGP Championship was defended on AEW, it was against Jungle Boy, like halfway down the card. So I mean, it's not, they did not treat New Japan well, and Suchi wants to go back to New Japan being the big dogs, New Japan being respected. I mean, they've been a relevant company much longer than AEW has. So, I do appreciate him trying to bring New Japan back to glory.
True. I mean, but Suji's the guy. It's now it's his show. They should have had a good run. Now it's his show, and now he gets to run it in his vision. And I mean, they should have gave him a great match to platform it from. So you couldn't ask for a better opponent. I think the only better opponent for Suji would have been Okada, but he was kind of busy.
Yeah. Um, what I find interesting in this match? Suji obviously wrestles a Japanese style, but I kind of noticed that Konosuke wrestles more of an American style than he does a Japanese style, despite being Japanese. Like, it is kind of like a hybrid of the two. I don't know if you noticed that. Oh, Kaliko? Yep. Did we lose Kaliko? Maybe Kaliko wasn't here to begin with. There you go. Kaliko
Yeah.
back on
Can you
board.
hear me?
Yeah.
There we go. All right. I mean, overall, still like we said, solid match. I think this to me was a 4.
Um, I will give it. I'll give it 4.5. Right guy won. Right match. Kind of felt like the perfect storm. And then you have Jake Lee, obviously putting himself right in the picture right off the bat. It just kind of all worked, I think. All right. Uncle Dave.
Uncle Dave.
4-7
Hard on
finish.
Tokyo. Hard on Tokyo Dome. No. I'm like, come on, it's Tokyo Dome championship match.
Higher or lower?
Oh, it's high.
5.25.
Not that high, goddamn.
5.
He gave it a 5. There you go.
I mean, there was only one more way to go with it.
I know, right?
Oh, alright. And that brings us to the last match, the main event, the reason for the house, and everything in between. Hiroshi Tanahashi retirement match. Hiroshi Tanahashi lost to Kazuchika Okada in 33 minutes and 3 seconds with the Rainmaker. Um, I mean, this was definitely not their best match that they've ever had. It's obviously very prevalent why, Tanahashi is, retiring. The guy doesn't have a good knee to stand on. um, but I mean, he still gave it his all, and he put a lot of effort into this match, and I think it was a really good match for what, you know, both guys were capable of. I thought Okada definitely did everything he needed to do in this match. He played the Black Cat, he played the villain. Um, he he was a bad Okada. He knew that the people were gonna boo him. He played into it. He sold all of that very well. And got the people invested. Tanahashi did his Tanahashi thing. Um, I think the best moment of the match was when Okada did the Rainmaker pose. He had to be New Japan Okada in order to beat Tanahashi and put him down. So all in all, it was a memorable match. It was a good match for what it needed to be. It hit all of the right marks. I was content. What say you, Kaliko? Oh, Kaliko? What
I
say you?
mean, if anything, this was the classic Okada Tanahashi match. Okada did a great job of pacing Tanahashi through this match. If there were ever a match that Okada, because I always say Okada tends to wrestle to the level of his competition. Um, if there were ever a case, this was the case. And if there was ever a match, this was the match. And honestly, this was probably. I mean, John Cena's kind of jealous at this match, right? I mean,
I mean, it definitely got time to breathe, to say the least.
go out on your sword like that, or look like you, the old person dying with a smile. Which one? Kind of on this Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga. But yeah, I mean, Okada won, right person won. I mean, as much as people see him as an outsider, he's more of a he's always had Tanahashi's number. So for them to keep it in line with that, I thought that was pretty good. Um, hell, the match was only as in comparison to the aftermath of the match, which felt like forever.
I think it's still going on in the Tokyo Dome as we speak.
Like damn near all 40,000 people are gonna give him flowers. Like shit.
All right, line up now. Give Tanahashi
Man,
flowers.
I mean, but yeah, back to the match. All in all, it was a great match. Great match. Great display for Tanahashi to go out the way that he did, and he went all to the wall. So he gave it his all.
Yeah.
And for Okada, I respect him after the match, like just dipped out, pinned him, and said, "All right, bitch, I'm gone."
I mean, again, we all know why we were there. Everybody understood the assignment. I can imagine that it wasn't a bitter pill for Okada to swallow, because he always wanted to be the guy in New Japan, and he always wanted to sell out the Tokyo Dome. That was always his dream and his goal. And the guy that, despite always having his number, the guy that people always accepted over him, that always wanted over Okada, that nobody, got over, Tanahashi. Tanahashi was always the ace. He was always the guy that, oh, do you want Okada? He's pretty good. He's our guy, New Japan's guy. Or do you want Tanahashi? And everybody went with Tanahashi.
I
Almost
mean, because
always.
Tanahashi is like their, he's like we said, he's their John Cena, he's their Lionel Messi, he's their.
Right. So, and Okada, as much as Okada was the face of New Japan, and he always was, he never got over, he never became a bigger star than Tanahashi, and he never got over that stigma. So, and it was it was clear and it was relevant, and it even bothered him. So for Tanahashi to be the reason the Tokyo Dome sold out, he the reason that Okada achieved his dream was because of Tanahashi. I can't imagine that didn't make him feel some type of way.
Okada's taking credit for that. You can miss me with that bullshit.
No.
Because I can totally see him going, I sold out Tokyo Dome.
I mean, he could say it as a heel, but I mean everybody knows the truth.
True, but hey, you can't have Tanahashi without. He can't wrestle himself to retirement.
Um, who could wrestle themselves, or at least say that they wrestled themselves?
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Who's the guy who's like, oh yeah, I retired myself.
Oh, Mil Mascaras.
I know.
But our last Saturday show before we went on hiatus, you asked the question: who has ever had a retirement tour in pro wrestling? Hiroshi Tanahashi, 250 dates. Wrestled the whole damn year in 2025 before retiring in 2026. So yeah, we could say we could add him to the list of retirement tours.
That is true. And but the problem, here's the issue. He's the president. He penciled in his
So,
dates.
that means nothing. He still did those things. He still wrestled on those shows.
How many of those were solo, and how many of those were like 8-man tags that New Japan does?
I mean, obviously, yes, there was tag team matches.
Don't give me that shit.
I mean, he did moves on those shows. He got hit.
He wasn't in the ring the whole time at those shows.
I mean, John Cena wasn't in the whole time for the tag team match he had with Logan Paul.
Oh yeah, no shit. I agree. I agree.
Um, how many stars you give this?
I agree, some bitch. Uh, Retirement match beginning of the year. I will give this the first 5 star because they paced each other well. They know each other so well. Okada gave him grace regardless. Yeah, the 90,000 people, even shadow banned people came and gave flowers. So yeah,
Did you say shadow band?
yeah. Jay Shadow Band White came in.
I I agree. It was definitely a 5-star match. Um, one of the better retirement matches. You know that's happened. Like you said, a graceful, ending to a long and storied career. All right, Uncle Dave,
Oh
5.5.
God. Oh God. You sure about that, sir?
Um, 5.
No. This is Tanahashi's last match at the Tokyo.
6 stars.
6 stars. There you go.
Yeah, 6 stars. Okay, I see you, Uncle Dave. You're touching your
You
belly a little
forget.
bit too much.
It's, it's the Tokyo Dome, man.
All right. Then after the match, there was the celebration. Damn near everybody that was ever New Japan came out and celebrated and did uh celebrated Tanahashi and yeah, um it went on really long. We got Jay White, Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega with his golden lover, Kota Ibushi, um uh Keiji Muto came. Naito, who hasn't been there for a
The year.
long time.
The year.
Yeah. And Naito came, took his good old jolly time. The president of New Japan came. No, I mean the president of Bushi Road came. Um, Tanahashi did air guitar. He literally had a parade float where he went around the Tokyo Dome and waved and thanked everybody. Um, it was a
It's
lot.
something else. It was something
It was,
else.
I mean, the ticker we've uh, the Lakers and Dodgers ticker tape parades aren't as spectacular as what they did for Tanahashi on this night. Um it feels like it was a whole match in itself. How many stars do you give Tanahashi's retirement celebration?
I mean, 10 stars. This was the thing that we were expecting for Johnson. But that's the difference, though, because this is where, like we said, Japan doesn't see him as a wrestler. They don't see wrestling as just wrestling. They see wrestling as an art form, damn near a martial art. The way that they, if you are accustomed to their, customs and courtesies. I
I mean,
mean, easily 10.
yeah, I would agree. Um, Tanahashi got the spectacular ending that he deserved. Um, John Cena is thinking like, where the fuck was that for me? And
John Cena's like, how come my shit wasn't that long?
Goldberg is like, fuck me. Picked the wrong place to retire. Um, so yeah. New Japan WrestleKingdom 20. Um, show as a whole. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle.
I mean, the middle, the back end really made up for the front end, for sure. I will say that.
I
So yes, mid thumb.
I will give it a thumbs up. I thought that this was the most relevant New Japan's been in a really long time. Um, they made me care, which I haven't cared about a New Japan show in a really long time. Like last Wrestle Kingdom, I watched it because it was Wrestle Kingdom and literally no other reason. Like nothing, made me invested to watch, the next night. Um, the G1 last year was a spectacular mess, if I'm being honest. So, me coming out of Wrestle Kingdom 20, I'm a little bit optimistic. I see what they're doing. I see that they're trying, and they're trying to make me care again. And you gotta kind of reward that effort, I would say.
That is, I mean, yeah, you give them the effort for, well, the back end is where you know that they're, in the words of the great Nas, of babies being born at the same time as being, the same time a man is murdered at the beginning and end. So it's the beginning and the end. So it's great that they did that. It was the beginning of Tsuji and the end of Tanahashi. So the rise of a new chapter and the setting of another.
Right. So, if you just came for the Tanahashi, retirement, which odds are a lot of people did,
All
um,
46,000 did. They were not coming for Zack Sabre Jr. to get his 50-50 in a ramp.
yeah,
I mean, just saying.
no, you're not wrong. Um, you know, they stacked the card with who they needed to get you invested. Maybe Saya will get her come up and somewhere down the line. Um, Dokui is being a douchebag. um, they presented Aaron Wolf in a great light to start off his career. And the start of Yoda Tsuji's rise as the champion. So they strategically placed the things that needed to be where they needed to be, for people to maybe check them out going forward. So yeah, all right. I said thumbs up as well. You were thumbs in the middle. I was thumbs up. And that will conclude our coverage of New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom 20 in this episode as a whole. Thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, both on YouTube and Castbox. This was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. Join us this Tuesday as we interview Adam Carter and Flux. This this Wednesday as we interview Chris Parrish. And every Tuesday and Wednesday for new and couple interviews. Follow us so at Wrestling with E, but on Extra and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesJ993. Where can we find Kaliko?
Oof, I am Kaliko, and Kaliko Chronicles 2026 starting off, man. We got some slates, House of Glory, AEW's about to hit the West Coast, which is weird because they got like a collision show that's live, and I'm like, what the fuck?
It's in Riverside, right? And Oceanside.
In Oceanside, which I'm like, wait a minute, we usually tape this shit. What's going on?
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's a little weird. And of all places, Oceanside.
That's what I said. I was like, of all places, like, what the fuck? Anyway,
Yeah, I
but
mean,
then again,
you could have went to Los
like,
Angeles, Pasadena, um,
well, Los Angeles is getting Revolution,
yeah,
so
Anaheim, San Diego, Long Beach, like
well,
Oceans, like Riverside. I
fair.
didn't even give them.
To be fair, that stadium is new. That stadium is literally a year, barely hit a year old.
In Oceanside.
Yes. So if they're gonna do it at the newest stadium, not that dump known as Sports Arena.
I mean, Kaliko, we've both been in California for quite some time. Oceanside is like one of the last on the totem poles when it comes to cities in Southern California.
Which makes it even worse because they got a fucking newer stadium than the one downtown.
What are you talking about? We have SoFi. That's and Tua Dome just came out.
I'm talking about in San Diego. God damn it. The
Oh,
fact that
the
thing got
sports
built.
arena.
Yes.
I mean, sports arena got history. WrestleMania 2 was in that bitch.
Man, they still trying to figure out whether they even gonna do anything with that bitch.
I mean, they still run shows out of it.
So much that they didn't even run Raw after Survivor Series out that bitch. So that yeah, tell me again how great Sports Arena.
Hey, I like San Diego Sports Arena. There's a certain charm to it, I would say. And a lot of pro wrestling history is in that building as well.
Yeah, Ted DiBiase was not recognized as champion there, but for some odd reason, Jack Tunney somehow not recognized as champion anywhere else but San Diego. So he's praying that they don't fucking burn that building.
I mean, Chris Jericho was crowned the undisputed champion in that arena. That's the night that he beat Stone Cold and The Rock in the same night.
Yes, I agree with all of that. And they still need to renovate that bitch. Because ain't nothing going on right now except Kobe's Swap Meet, the San Diego Gulls, and they used to have a lingerie football team that would play out that bitch. Now, I would go to those games. Those are tight. San Diego Seduction, I still remember. But god damn it, they need to like renovate it.
I mean, why add an extra layer? Just go to a strip club, and I mean, all the clothes come off.
I mean, it's only 2 blocks down, so shit. Nothing. Why you bullshit? Literally 2 blocks over.
For Coleco Yards and Scooter Dust, I'm James Shea, and this has been Wrestling with Entertainment.
See, now I'm gonna have to go. I wonder if I still got that black card. I used to have a black card that gave me unlimited interest, like a goddamn Disneyland permanent pass type shit.
Hey, folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show. Support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.